Sorry about that.
And I'm going to just mute everybody again. If you have any issues, just type them in, and I will continue to glance at the screen. All right. And do definitely type to me if you can't hear me. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for joining again for our live yoga session. Today is a more relaxing practice, a focus on restorative poses, use of props and pillows to make us more comfy. And yeah, the emphasis of today is just being mindful about taking deep breaths, which I can certainly remind myself. So if you want to find your way into a comfortable position, you can sit on a pillow, you can sit cross-legged, however you are comfortable. Some people enjoy having pillows underneath their knees, you know, wherever you find yourself. And bring your palms to your legs and just slowly pressing forward and back to bring some heat to your hands, some heat to your legs. And as you do so, gently look down or begin to close your eyes. Everybody take one deep inhale, and when you get to the top, slowly release your exhale. You can now bring your hands to any comfortable position, hands in prayer, hands at your knees, wherever you're comfortable. And continue to take the full inhales and controlled exhales. Try to exhale through an open mouth. Continuing to breathe in such a way that you can hear your breath both on the inhale and on the exhale. And you can achieve that by slightly contracting the back of your throat a little bit so that you're mimicking the sound of the ocean, really deep. Inhales and exhales. Begin to close your mouth here. And again, the sound of the ocean in your own body. Take three cycles of breath. And as you continue to do so, remember that unless you're practicing with somebody, nobody can hear you. So really emphasize the noise that your own body can make with the simple act of breathing. When you finish those 3 deep inhales and exhales, bring your breathing back to a more regular breathing pattern. I'm going to place my hands next to my hips, just for some support. You can peek at me at any point. I'm going to roll my shoulders down and back, and just bring my chin slightly closer to my chest to really elongate from my tailbone all the way up to the crown of my head, a straight line. I'm going to put some weight into my left hand, and as I press into the floor with that left hand, I'm going to let my right ear drop to my right shoulder. Really feeling that stretch on the left side of your neck and shoulder. And take a few deep breaths here. After you've done about 3 inhales or exhales, we're just going to reverse the stretch. Everything comes back to center, roll out those shoulders, take a deep breath here. On your exhale, plant that right palm into the earth, drop your left ear towards your left shoulder, and breathe. After 3 or so, of course, breathe as much as you possibly can. After about 3 controlled cycles. Bring your breathing back to normal. On an inhale, come back to neutral spine, roll back those shoulders. Excellent. Now we're going to do a little bit of our cat and cow stretches, but in a seated position. I like to place my hands on my knees here because I'm often in a cross-legged position. You're welcome to keep your hands on the floor, wherever is comfortable for you. So for our first cat and cow, we're going to take a deep breath in. Bring our nose up to the ceiling, start arching our back as if we were looking at something behind us. And on your exhale, round it in, chin to chest, create that dome of your spine. Inhale, nose to ceiling, pressing forward with those ribs, shoulders down and back. And exhale, push it all away, curl back into your body. Move in a rhythm that's natural to you. Inhale, curl up into our seated cow position. And exhale, round through that lower spine. Feel that curve, move all the way up to your neck. Nose is the last thing to fold in. And on your own. Find your way through one more cycle of cat and cow. And come back to a neutral seating position. Hands in prayer. Take a couple of those deep ujjayi breaths, that ocean sounding breath. And I'm going to just read you a little short poem that I came across the other day that I found very moving. It's just, it's not necessarily a meditation, but it's something that I'm going to read to you now and at the end of our practice, and just some thoughts that we might take with us. As you're doing this, you're pressing your palms close to each other, gazes down and back, and we're sitting with a tall spine. This poem is called What You Missed the Day You Were Absent from 4th Grade by Brad Aaron Maudlin. Mrs. Nelson explained how to stand still and listen to the wind, how to find meaning in pumping gas, how peeling potatoes can be a form of prayer. She took questions on how not to feel lost in the dark. After lunch, she distributed worksheets that covered ways to remember your grandfather's voice. Then the class discussed falling asleep without feeling you had forgotten to do something else, something important. And how to believe the house you wake in is your home. This prompted Mrs. Nelson to draw a chalkboard diagram detailing how to chant the Psalms during cigarette breaks, and how not to squirm for sound when your own thoughts are all you hear. Also, that you have enough. The English lesson was that I am is a complete sentence. And just before the afternoon bell, she made the math equation look easy. The one that proves that hundreds of questions and feeling cold and all those nights spent looking for whatever it was you lost and one person add up to something. Take one more deep inhale in prayer. And on your exhale, we're going to gently take our props from out of our knees, and we're going to find our way. So we're going to slowly come to our backs. We're going to, so slowly find your way to your back. We'll start here. Just going to curl down, knees pointing up to the sky. Feel your shoulder blades plant. You should definitely feel that natural curve in your lower spine. Not trying to force anything here. Take a deep breath. On your next exhale, we're going to drop our knees open to the sides in Supta Baddha Konasana. But for this, we might want to put our pillows under our knees for some additional support here. Unless you happen to be extra bendy, you're perfectly comfortable as it is. Palms can rest on your thighs for some warmth. They can rest palm up next to you, wherever you feel comfortable. This passive stretch is excellent for our hip flexors. It's good for our alignment overall. Feet are together. We're going to bring some mindful breathing into this space. We will be here for approximately a minute or so just make sure you're comfortable. Take one final deep breath here, make it your longest of the day yet. With a sigh, let it out. Use your hands underneath your legs to gently bring them back up. Curl yourself up to a seated position. We're going to take our first pillow, and we want it to be placed at our upper back. Try it, you can peek at me just to get a sense of what it looks like. We're not aiming for your pillow to be right at your low back. We want to be right in the middle towards the upper back. We're going to recline on that pillow just enough so if possible, your head can hang just a little bit off the side, off the back. If you'd like a little bit more of a heart opener here, you can stack your pillows. Really get that nice open sensation in our front body. The skin on the front is getting a nice stretch as our shoulder blades naturally come together in this position. Gently bring your eyes back to a lower gaze or close them. And we're going to spend another minute or so in this restorative pose. This position, you can start imagining your breath as something beyond just a stream of air that goes in through your nose or mouth and out through your nose or mouth. With every breath, it's a cleansing experience. We need our breath up, of course, to live, but we also need our breath to help us feel in control of our bodies and of our emotions. So our very breath is a tool. It's also a source of life. So even though just a stream of air goes in through your nose and in through your mouth, it nourishes every part of you down to your fingers and toes. And as you release it, you're releasing air for other forms of life to use and to take up, and on and on. I encourage you to think of your inhale as moving up past your front body, and your exhale rolling over your shoulders and moving down your back body, creating a cycle of breath around you and within you. Inhale over the front, and exhale over the back. Take a final inhale in this position. You can raise your arms up overhead in a good northern stretch. Starting with your nose, peel yourself back to seated. can shake it out. Do some reverse stretching here. Now we're going to move on to our lower back stretch. Here we're going to bring, if you have been using pillows, bring that right to your tailbone and recline over it. Again, you can have 1 or 2 pillows. The idea here is that your belly button and your low ribs are the highest part of your body, excluding your knees, of course. Find yourself in a comfortable position. If breathing and starting to pay attention to your breath causes some unwanted feelings, some nervousness, maybe some anxiety, I find it to be helpful and then eventually quite soothing to count my breaths. For instance, a slow inhale on 6 counts, holding it for 2 counts, and exhaling for 6 counts. I will lead you through 2 cycles of that kind of breathing, just so you can see if that's something that you enjoy. You can always count in your head. If you'd like to join me, please empty your lungs of air. We're going to take a deep inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1, 2. Slow release. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1, 2. Release. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now just let the air fill your lungs as it would naturally. Let's just sit in some silence. Find a sense of melting into the floor where your body is making contact. Is that just your knuckles and your elbows? Can you feel it in your feet, your shoulders? Every exhale, can you connect more with that earth? Feel a sense of just drifting into it. Take a final inhale and exhale in this pose. You can always take a nice stretch out those legs that have been bent for some time. And slowly, using your arms to support you, come to sitting. Very nice. Remove your props if you've been using them. We're going to slowly come onto our hands and knees to a tabletop position. We're going to open our knees as wide as our mats if we have mats that we're using, or just wider than your elbows. And we're going to move into an open-kneed child's pose. You can keep everything up. You can always slide a pillow or 2 underneath you and just turn your head to the side. If you don't have a prop, you may rest your head on the floor or keep everything up. On your next inhale, you're going to walk your fingertips over to one side. You may rest your head on the floor or keep it up. Take a deep inhale here. Feel what it's like to breathe into a side body that is now squished together and one side body that's now open. On your own exhale, walk your hands back to center and rest. Next inhale, come to fingertips. Walk your fingers to the other side, creating a sort of banana shape with your bodies. And take a deep inhale here, noticing what you notice. Do you find breathing to be more challenging in these positions? Do you find the stretch to be opening in some ways? It's also normal in these positions to have some emotion, sometimes some anger, sometimes some sadness. And walk those fingertips back to center. And here, definitely make yourself comfortable by stacking a couple pillows in front of you and fold over. You can have your arms resting behind you, in front, wherever. You notice that you're fidgeting a little bit or your mind won't be quiet. Please know that you are absolutely doing everything correctly, and we're not going for absolute stillness. I personally don't believe it's natural to be absolutely still as a human being. But just know with space, with breath, you create space. You expand in your lungs, you expand in your entire body up through your spine. You also create space in your mind with every breath you take, every mindful inhale, every controlled exhale. So that even if we can't get rid of everything in our minds and all of our energy, we might be able to slow it down a little bit. Or change what's center stage. On your next inhale, begin to sit up and remove the pillows from underneath you. We're going to get into our final two poses of the day. We're going to find ourselves sitting with our legs extended. They certainly do not have to be straight. They can be straight if that's comfortable for you. Here I like a double pillow. We're going to only be in this position for a couple of seconds. So if this is not your favorite, that's okay, but we can always use that as information. And yoga is a wonderful platform for finding out just what challenges us, what makes us frustrated, what makes us feel feelings we don't generally like. This one I have very tight hamstrings, so I tend to avoid this stretch rather than making it an area of growth, so I like to bring it into when I teach. You start with your arms overhead if you can. If you need to hold the pillows, that's fine. Take a deep inhale, stretch through the spine. Exhale, just melt over those pillows. Bend your knees. And if this is a tight one for you, think with every exhale, even just meditate on the word release. Your body listens to your mind. So it's very important what we tell it. Begin to melt up, chin and nose last. You can set your pillows to the side for now. We're going to find our way to another favorite pose called Banana Asana. Asana meaning pose and movement of our yoga bodies versus breath pranayama. You're going to extend your legs, extend your arms. Always you can have a pillow under your low back. We're going to flex our feet a little bit here and start walking our feet to one side. So I'm going to start with my left side, walking my feet a little bit to the left. You may already start feeling a stretch in that right side. And then to whatever degree that feels right to you, you're going to start walking your arms and shoulders to the left side. So if someone were to take a photo of you from bird's eye view, you're the shape of a banana. Palms can come together if you like. You can extend your index finger, or they can just hang. On your next inhale, bring everything back to center. One cycle of breath here. On your next exhale, begin to walk those feet to the right side. You can even scoot your hips over to the left to emphasize that banana shape. And bring your arms, head, and shoulders to the right. There is no wrong way to be shaped like a banana. On your next inhale, come back to center. We're going to move into our final Shavasana, our pose of rest. And for this, if you'd like to dim your light or turn the light off, I encourage that. If you like to wear socks and be toasty, I absolutely feel that. And this is just going to be our reclined pose, but you can set up your pillows in any way that's comfortable. I generally like a little cushion underneath my knees. And then I'm going to repeat that sort of heart opener we did earlier, where the pillow falls just at my mid-back and above, just to have a little more opening in my Shavasana. When you are good and ready, in whatever way that suits you, you're going to recline onto the floor, palms up to have a more receiving, sharing energy, palms down to feel a sense of grounding and rooting and gripping. And from here, you are no longer trying to tell your mind or your body to do anything, except simply be. Good. Let's start to deepen our breath a little bit, bringing some sound back into our breath. Begin to bring some movement back in, gently waking our bodies back up. You can wiggle your fingers or your toes. You can stretch overhead. Now I invite you to stay in this position as long as you would like. If you would like to rise with me in a somewhat more traditional way, you can follow my instruction. Just gently roll over to your favorite side, bring those knees in, curl up nice and cozy. You can use your arm as a headrest. Try to keep your eyes closed or just gentle here. Try to just follow the sound of my voice. And trust that I will be here if you need to peek your eyes open. Next exhale, use your top arm to press you lightly into the earth. Lift your body. Find yourself into a comfortable seating position, eyes closed. Excellent. Bring those palms together when you are ready. Begin to rub them slowly at first, and then a little bit faster. Trying to generate a little bit of heat. And then bring those hands to your heart. Gently bow your chin. I'm going to read that poem one more time, just to see if it lands a little differently on a second hearing. It's called What You Missed That Day You Were Absent from 4th Grade by Brad Aaron Modlin. Mrs. Nelson explained how to stand still and listen to the wind, how to find meaning in pumping gas, how peeling potatoes can be a form of prayer. She took questions on how not to feel lost in the dark. After lunch, she distributed worksheets that covered ways to remember your grandfather's voice. Then the class discussed falling asleep without feeling you had forgotten something, you had forgotten to do something important. And how to believe the house you wake in is your home. This prompted Mrs. Nelson to draw a chalkboard diagram detailing how to chant the Psalms during cigarette breaks, and how not to squirm for sound when your own thoughts are all you hear. Also, that you have enough. The English lesson was that I am is a complete sentence. And just before the afternoon bell, she made the math equation look easy. The one that proves that hundreds of questions and feeling cold and all those nights spent looking for whatever it was you lost in one person add up to something. Your hands are still at your heart. Please take one last cleansing breath together. Let it out. Bring your hands to prayer. Bring your palms to your forehead. If you'd like to bow forward, some teachers like to say namaste here. I simply like to say thank you for joining me. You may flutter your eyes open whenever you're comfortable. I hope you can continue to join. I hope to have these every Wednesday and then a more energized flow on Saturdays at 1. Tune in when you can live. And if not, I will always be posting the recordings and you'll have a copy of that. All right, everybody. Thank you. I wish you all the best in these trying times and always. Take care, everyone.